Tracy Green is facing several counts of judicial misconduct in an alleged cover-up in connection with her son, Gary Davis Head, who was charged and convicted in 2019 in a case involving his two sons.
False statements by judges are a serious thing.
Lynn Helen, the executive director for the Michigan Judicial Tenure Commission, says Judge Green made false statements about her knowledge of the abuse and covered up evidence.
We found evidence that she had been aware of abuse that her son was committing, and then had made some efforts to cover up some of that abuse. And then when asked about it, had provided false information about her knowledge.
The complaint alleges Judge Green was aware that her son was prone to abusive behavior and stern punishment, also using a belt on his two sons, both under 11 years of age. The complaint also mentions Judge Green was made aware of the abuse by her grandchildren and even saw marks on one of the boys' faces, who said they were done by his father. Green is also accused of trying to hide some of the abuse by using makeup to cover up bruises.
The commission thought it was serious enough to bring charges, and depending on how those charges play out, the Supreme Court will have a chance to pass on the seriousness of it as well.
Judge Green's son was convicted of 2 counts of second-degree felony child abuse. We did reach out to Judge Green for comment, but haven't heard back. Next, there will be a hearing in which Green will have the opportunity to tell her side about what happened. A master will then make a recommendation. Then after that, the commission will decide whether or not there is enough evidence to move forward. No date has been determined for that hearing. For 7 Action News, I'm Alan Campbell.
Administrators are investigating a social media post on Facebook that shows a magistrate telling a Forest Hills police officer to shoot a suspect.
And tonight, an apology over that incident. Brenda Waters joins us live in Forest Hills with the very latest. Brenda.
Hi, David. That apology came in about 30 minutes ago, and this is what led to the apology from the district justice in the court behind me. George Justice, a.k.a. Bounty Hunter, posted on Facebook the video you're about to see. Sources tell us George Justice is well known to police in Forest Hills and apparently had been asked to leave the court of magistrate George Caulfield several times. Forest Hills police officer Heck is heard asking Caulfield what he should do about George Justice. The officer is wearing his body camera.
I want to see how you want to perceive this event in the future. See, in my world, you know, if you're in a private residence, it's easy. You'll convey that he's to leave. He's not welcome here. He's not here in business. And then we actually communicate it. And it usually doesn't happen, but it usually starts to move in that defiant thing, you know, right. Defiant section of criminal trespass. That's how I perceive it when it starts to become like this foolishness. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how you think of it here.
In the video, the magistrate tells the officer twice to shoot George Justice. In a statement this afternoon, Magistrate Caulfield says, quote, I would like to acknowledge that the statements I made in the video were inappropriate. It was certainly not my intention for these statements to be taken seriously, and I deeply regret any harm that this has caused. End of quote. I'm told Justice was able to gain access to the officer's body cam video through the district attorney's office. Now, although the district offices are they're overseen by the Allegheny County courts, but the courts do not discipline any of the magistrates. That is done by the Judiciary Disciplinary Board. We don't know if the magistrate here will be disciplined or not. We're waiting to get word on that. Reporting live in Forest Hills, Brenda Waters, KDKA TV News.
From the bench.
Kentucky's Judicial Conduct Commission ordered Dawn Gentry stripped of her judgeship. As David Winter tells us, the decision follows a pattern of bad behavior. David.
The 24-page ruling says, in short, that Judge Gentry did, in fact, violate rules of judicial conduct while she was on the bench. The ruling comes after 5 days of testimony earlier this month. The commission found the judge allowed alcohol to be stored and consumed in court offices. She engaged in sexual acts with an attorney who continued to appear before her. She had a romantic relationship with an employee of the court. She was not candid or honest with the commission. She coerced attorneys to donate and work on her campaign. She utilized staff during work hours to work on her campaign. She appointed attorneys to a panel in exchange for supporting her campaign. She retaliated against attorneys by delaying their cases for not donating or working on her campaign.
She had asked me to campaign for her, and she'd asked me to donate money.
Michael Hummel is one of the attorneys who testified the judge retaliated against him.
It's a good day for justice, and I say that not because I'm happy for what happened to Judge Gentry. I'm happy for the judges who are in this building behind me, who are very good judges, and now hopefully the public's faith in their decisions will be restored.